Hello, and welcome back to Fractured Space with Fleet Admiral Katz. Today I have for you some gameplay of the TDS Reaper, and I'm joined by my friend Lockeel in the Superlifter. The Reaper is a good ship with a solid, fast-firing frontal arsenal and plenty of hull to get into a knockdown, drag-out fight. I say frontal arsenal because that's where all the guns are pointing. You'll notice the firing arc indicator above the firing reticle. If you can direct all your turrets onto a target, they'll be in a world of hurt. The Reaper also performs best at mid-range, using its scythe beam to strip armor from its target, enabling its main turret to land catastrophic damage, and it really starts to stack up rather quickly. Flying the ship, it's like piloting a tank turret with a big engine on the back. Point the barrel of the thing you want to kill and hold down the trigger. With that in mind, one of the worst things you can do is get into a close-range fight with a quick ship or a group of them, and allow yourself to be outflanked. The armor of this thing tends to buckle rather quickly, and it's almost always the front, meaning the Reaper doesn't last long up close. And we go boom. Thankfully, we're not out for too long. And momentarily we'll be back to put the hurt on all those ships that thought they could get away with that. Rotten red team scum, I'll show you what's for. Now hold still so Mama Katz can give you a solid spanking. Oh, this interceptor is awfully bold. Helm, bring us about. Get those guns to bear. Admiral, they appear to be running. Those cowardly scum. Keep us at range and prepare the boarding crews. Let's take the mining station off our port beam. They'll be back and they'll be sorry. The Interceptor is a dangerous ship for the Reaper. All it needs to do is get behind the guns, and then it's largely game over for the Reaper. And sure enough, this Reaper has easily outflanked me with its superior speed, and I'm in a lot of trouble. I can only get 25% of my turrets to bear, and that means my DPS is down 75%. I need this ship to die, or for the Interceptor to go run rings around an asteroid so I can turn and finally get my DPS onto him, to which he happily obliges, and I'm more than happy for it. If the Interceptor had just pumped the brakes behind the Reaper, he'd be more or less safe, but instead chose for a flyby and lost as a result. I said he lost as a result.
Come on, get us on station immediately.
What's going on here? He's holding together with hopes and prayers at this point. We'll need to circle back and... bloody hell, he's also more maneuverable. Pump the brakes, let's get him. There we go, that should finish him off, and... oh, what in the world? Bloody hell! He's protected by some kind of legendary miracle drive. Finally, thank you. That took much longer than I'd hoped. Gamma's been announced, and it's time to hog pile in and lose all our frames per second together. We'll just strip this Pioneer of its life thanks to the scythe beam. It also appears to be taking fire from the side, so that's good news for us. Since the front of the ship has all the guns, and that's the side that usually has all the attention from incoming enemy fire, I like going into battle with the Omni Shield, a 360-degree short shield. It often helps me endure the worst that other ships have to offer. It gives me a little time to land 5 seconds of DPS. Unfortunately, since Phase 3 has landed, my loadouts and crew have been getting all scrambled in the lobby, and I unfortunately only have flank shields, and my forward armor gives out. It's still possible to get some frontal coverage with the flank shields by angling this ship. World of Tanks tank destroyer players will feel right at home with this, as it's the turret arc still has a healthy reach over the sides. You'll even see me attempt to do this when I remember. And there I go with the angled armor, getting as much protection as I can, while getting as many turrets onto the target as I can. Our team out DPS's the enemy paladin, and, envigored by the gamma buff, turns its hungry eyes onto its new prey. Bend over, paladin. It's time for your spanking. Boom. Now, I take a bit of a risk. I jump out while there's still a hostile in Gamma. Now, you can debate until the day's end as to whether or not that was a smart move, but I don't want to hang around for enemy ships to jump in and wreck a good thing. I very often seem to die shortly after getting the Gamma buff. I'm over here to cool down, repair, and assess my next move. And since that mining station looks nice and juicy, seems as good as target as any. And I'm just looking around. Any targets out there? No? It looks clear. Oh, what have we here? This raider thinks it's come to claim the spoils. I'll not have that. Not my watch. Did you bring any friends? No? You look alone. Oh, he appears to be buggering out. Probably the smartest move he could have done. These mining freighters are new as of Phase 3, and they offer a little interest. Is that a pioneer? I don't think I even saw you. Yeah, these mining freighters offer good fodder to shoot at while you're waiting for the next fight. And we managed to strip the armor from this destroyer, and I'm very happy to not be receiving any of the incoming fire, as the destroyer is a strong ship at range. And we are operating from our ideal range of medium range. Oh, and this Reaper has come back. I see. You bring friends and then you come back. Real brave of you. We'll just take your armor and, oh, this is problematic, actually. This is very problematic. I'm hoping my shield absorbs all the damage. What do you do when you have a problematic shield in front of you? You go through it. Because even if I have to go down, I'm gonna bring you down with me. And I am holding together. Nope. All done. These interceptors are really dangerous targets. They've got a strong weapon. I can take advantage of damaged armor, and their superior speed is a huge problem. I really need to stay at long range, long to medium range, in order to fend them off. Our team seems to have managed to work forward and take the enemy forward operating station. So now I'm trying to decide, do I anticipate the beta squad taking over or go for the guaranteed in? Because I need to wait for my jump engines to cool down. And in that time, it's very easy for an enemy vessel to jump in and retake their forward operating base. So I'm taking a bit of a risk here. I feel like I could have gone to a guaranteed beta, as my team were pretty on the ball over there. We jump in, and I'm taking out these batteries right away. They're the primary defense or primary source of energy for the station turrets. And now it's all about racking up capture points, which means we need to take out as many ships as we can. And this destroyer is right here in front of us. And unfortunately, it's got support from a friendly paladin and its own repairs from the headquarters base, and we just don't have enough DPS on board to take it down. And unfortunately, we don't have enough firepower on grid to take out the enemy destroyer. Of course, I probably should have turned my attention to the paladin the moment I knew it was there. C'est la vie, hindsight in 2020 and all of that. Saw a destroyer pop up and thought to myself, I'll have that. And it looks like while we've been away, the enemy team's been busy recapping their forward operating stations, taking mines. But it's time for Gamma. It's time for that dance once again. Oh, what is this? They've learned from their mistakes and they've moved in early. I see the enemy paladin up ahead and I won't make that mistake twice. We primary the enemy paladin and ensure that it's our main focus. I'm keeping behind cover so that destroyer doesn't have me. But the paladin has cover right now, so I start putting some DPS on the destroyer. It may not be the one we want to kill right now, but until I get a clean shot at the paladin, any DPS that we can get onto our targets is welcome. The enemy paladin is down and it's time to bring down something. And the heavy is a very appealing target. In hindsight, I probably should have gone for a attack vessel like their interceptor, rather than trying to go for the tank. But thankfully, it's worked out for us. And we just go to town on this thing. Seems I have some love from the super lifter, and its repair drones are working on all the damage that's just being dumped into me. With some assistance, we bring down the destroyer. And whatever it was over there, I'm not so certain. And this raider's on asking for trouble. And just look at the hurt that's lining up to bring him down. We're not gonna hang out either. We're getting in there. That little raider shield can be a huge pain in the ass, but if you can get through it, literally through it, you can apply your damage directly. And it's extremely likely that you can burst through a raider shield as their scalpel beam is extremely short range. Now I'm over here to repair my armor, even though my hull is pretty high up there. I want to get my armor up. Now I'm not sure how well known a fact it is, but the scythe beam works best at long range. But sometimes it can feel very difficult to land armor damaging hits at those ranges. Oh, get away from me. I don't know what it is, but I always seem to get primaried. Am I just piloting really weak ships? Or at least ships that people think are weak? Oof. Can we get in behind cover? We need to get behind cover. Shields up! Evasive maneuvers! Get away! Get away! Get off of me! We are okay. Jump, jump. Get us out of here. We don't care where. Just jump! Woo! Wow. That was close. We even outlasted the alpha boost. Huh. I didn't even notice until now, but alpha's at risk. I was probably thinking about how quickly our team was advancing. And perhaps this was the best option. I'm just gonna communicate with the team, let them know I'll be right there. Wrap up and jump in. The enemy team isn't advancing through Alpha strong enough for it to be an issue, so I think I was even aware of that then. So we're moving in on the station, we take it out, and they are presenting a pretty solid defense. We're not even managing to get any capture points off of this. We were dealing with a pretty solid team, if I don't say so myself. I'm trying my best to take cover, but it's not enough. If you can think ahead enough, you can take cover behind something, jump out to a friendly forward operating base, even one you've captured, and repair up, and then do it again, or at least protect it and enable your team to jump in and jump to the enemy base. What happens more often than not is people start dying in the enemy base. Then there's more enemies in the capture zone, so the capture points you're accruing stop, and then anyone who's in there is just wasting everyone's time. What they can do is, if they can get behind cover and jump out, is they can actually go to the enemy forward operating base, defend it, and enable their teammates after they respawn to jump in and jump into the enemy headquarters. But none of that happened. So now we're back to Gamma. It's Gamma 3, the big one. If I was paying attention, I could have gone to headquarters, gotten the upgrade, and then jumped in here. But as it is, I'm here early, and I'm just set up. I'm waiting for something to get into my sights, and that'll do. Unfortunately, I think that whatever dies now from the enemy team, like right now, is still going to manage to jump in after Gamma goes live. It's the problem with jumping into Gamma too early. Whatever you take out, you have the risk of it coming back to support. Oh, and I swear, this destroyer's got a hard-on for me or something. It always seems to find me. Get away, destroyer. I don't like you like that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't leave the cap circle. Team, advance to the enemy HQ. Let's end this. Wait, I've gone to the wrong headquarters. Oh, right. I'm just here for some repairs. I'll be right there. I was perhaps overreacting to the damage that the destroyer was putting on me. This was the wrong course of action. Thankfully, it's a moot point, and we've won it. GG, team. I will say, I like how everyone's always relatively friendly at the end. You'll get a few salty people towards the end of a game if they feel like they've had a bad game, but more often than not, the community standard seems to be GG's all around. I can dig that. And for our trouble, we get our silver drop for the day. And a pretty healthy amount of experience as well. Maybe not the highest. I'll gladly take my kills that I have here. And a substantial amount of credits. I'll apply a booster to that. Make my grinding experience a little easier to digest. That's not too bad of a game. I'll gladly take my 11 kills and a mere 5 deaths. We had a few close calls there. The Reaper can be vulnerable in some situations, and its frontal armor is its biggest problem, as it absorbs a lot of enemy fire from the front, from where it's pointing its guns. And with the right loadout, you can still endure through it, and provided you can lead your shots at mid-range, you should be able to land substantial damage on your target and bring them down. The Reaper is probably one of my more favored DPS ships out there, simply because of how durable it can be. again, with the right setup. And it has a weapon that should guarantee that you break enemy armor. That'll do it for Fractured Space today. I hope you enjoyed it. Shoot me a like if you liked the video. Subscribe for more, as I like to have a Fractured Space video every Monday. And let's play content the rest of the week. And until next time, ciao.